Right. So welcome. You, how y'all doing? Which is probably you're gonna hear that quite often throughout this. Down here in the South, we like to say y'all. My name is Danny, and I am with Real Florida Adventures. We like to say that we're the leaders in sightseeing tours and excursions here in Central Florida. We do operate out of Orlando, and what we like to do is take people out and away to actually kind of see what we call the real Florida. So, um, real Florida, we are the distinguished product of more than 40 years experience in offering tours and excursions amongst everything else that there is here to do in Orlando as well as in Florida. We like to say that this is our specialization and expertise. We've been doing this for a really long time. Our simple aim is just to show people the real Florida, make it the most memorable and thrilling time that they can have here in a seamless style, personably, and securely and safe. Um, Now, all of us here at Real Florida Adventures, we've all been trained to ensure our four pillars of perfection, which is quality, the product that your guests are getting, the value for, the dollar that they're spending to come on the trip, integrity from the moment that you guys book one of our products to when that guest gets off the trip and leaves us a 5-star review, and our whole safety first. I'm sure everybody knows with the pandemic, safety is a very big thing, and we take that really seriously here at Real Florida Adventures. All of our tour guides, they've all been certified and first aid trained, and CPR and first aid trained and certified. They've all gone through the Department of Transportation driver checks. They've all received medical cards, which they have to do on a yearly basis. Our tour guides and drivers are extremely safe, and they've also completed very extensive corporate training on COVID-19, just to make sure that they know how to handle guests and how to keep personal information, and making sure that they are doing what they need to do. So. We do offer quite a few tours and excursions. All of our tours currently right now are semi-private and done in smaller groups because of COVID. However, as CDC restrictions ease, they will be transitioned into full motor coaches. However, we still won't be filling those motor coaches completely, as we try to keep a bit of social distancing when you are traveling in the vehicles. So you've heard plenty of things to do here in Florida. We offer tours out to Kennedy Space Center, out to Clearwater Beach, to swim with manatees, which I know everybody has watched the video from Discover Crystal River. It is an amazing experience. We also do a lot of sporting events. We offer tickets and transportation to the Orlando Magic, as well as the NFL Jacksonville Jaguars. And then periodically, we will add special events like the Coke 400, the Daytona 500. Every once in a while, WWE comes into town, so we'll have packages for that. And one of my favorite products that we offer is some of our kayaking tours. So I probably don't have to go too much into Kennedy Space Center, because Philip did a fantastic job at showing what Kennedy has to offer. It is our most popular tour. We do operate that trip 7 days a week without fail. There are guests on there every single day. We do have upgradable options as well. They can dine with an astronaut. They can do the ultimate space pass. We also include an airboat ride on one of the packages. It's a beautiful way to start the morning out on the St. Johns River prior to going to Kennedy. And we also do rocket launches as well, rocket launch viewings. With rocket launches, a lot of people may think, it's a great idea to kind of drive out there themselves. But, when you do drive out there, there's a lot of things you have to keep in mind as far as, one, the traffic, two, the security and the parking and everything like that. It is so much easier just to jump on the bus with us, let our professional tour guide bring you out there. And then on the way back, you aren't fighting the traffic, you're sitting on board the bus watching Armageddon or another space movie that they like to show on the bus. So we do offer rocket packages as well. Clearwater Beach, again, Visit St. Pete and Clearwater did an amazing job. I'm sure everyone is just wishing that, they had their feet in the white sugary sands, a nice margarita, watching the sunset out on the Gulf. It's amazing. We always like to say that if you've come all this way over to Florida, you have to go and visit one of the beaches, and Clearwater is amazing. We package a couple different boat options as well. Guests can just go out there for the day and relax all day if they want to, or they can choose a different boat option in the afternoon. They have the Sea Screamer, which is a large speedboat. It's one of our most popular ones. The boat creates such a large wake on the back that dolphins are normally following the wake and jumping through the water. So it's a really good ride. We do a pirate cruise. It's a big pirate ship replica that is great for kids. If you have families that are coming into town, they do a really good leisurely ride through the harbor and out into the Gulf. They tell them pirate stories, hunt for treasure, give them water guns. They paint silly mustaches on them like the one I have on right now. And then we also do visit the home to Winter the Dolphin. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen that movie, but if you haven't, make sure you check it out. The Clearwater Marine Aquarium. So we offer a few different options for guests. And again, they can just go out there and not have a boat ride, and just relax all day on the beach. So we do include lunch in all of our packages. It's a beautiful restaurant right in the heart of the marina. It's 3 stories, so they get some really good panoramic views of the area. So our number 1 trip that we offer, which is the number 1 rated trip on TripAdvisor, is our Real Florida Manatee Adventure, where we take you out to Crystal River. You get to swim with manatees. We visit Homosassa State Park, which has an abundance of Florida wildlife. It's built around a natural spring, so it's crystal clear water. It is a little hidden gem here in the state of Florida, and guests always love that. It's an addition, to their Manatee Swim. And then at the end of the day, I like to say that we give everybody a Florida makeover with an airboat ride with Lacoochee River. This airboat ride is unlike many other airboat rides that you can find here in Central Florida. Airboat rides are a ton of fun. Most of them are actually done out on like larger lakes, which is still a great time. But the airboat ride that we do is more on a river. So there's a ton of cypress trees, oak trees. The water is different. The scenery is different, and it is just unbelievably beautiful. We do also include breakfast and lunch. So for the price for retail, it's about $139, and they get their transportation, their tour guide, their Manatee Swim, a visit to the park, an airboat ride, breakfast and lunch. I think this is one of my favorite trips as well. But again, there's a reason why it is the number 1 on TripAdvisor, because of so much that we pack into that trip for guests. So we do offer sporting events, like I mentioned. The NFL, Jacksonville Jags, and the Orlando Magic. We have fantastic seats that they can go to a professional sporting event. They can cheer on the home team. We do get there quite a bit earlier before the start of the game. So down outside the Jacksonville Stadium, they have a ton of activities and entertainment. Same thing with the Amway. Before you go into the stadiums or into the arena, there's so many activities to do. Have a few beers, enjoy yourself, and then wander, into the stadium to watch the Magic take on, another NBA team. So a new tour that we have started. I've lived in Florida for roughly about 35 years, and I've been kayaking down Shingle Creek. Shingle Creek's actually the headwaters to the Florida Everglades. All of our tours are full day tours, with the exception of our kayaking. This is more of like a half day, 4 or 5 hours. You go in and out But you head down Shingle Creek, you can see the photo. There's a ton of cypress trees and wildlife. Everything's included: your kayak, your paddle, your life jacket, your whistle. And then we provide a nice picnic lunch down by the water. So, and again, we also do add special events. And one of those is going to be Bioluminescence Tours, which you guys all saw that video, and I could see the oohs and ahs about that. Is a really fun experience. So safety is one of our biggest goals. Like I said, we do take it very seriously. Everybody's temp checked, masks. We social distance where we can. Even our flamingo has a mask. But we do have a 27-page COVID mitigation plan that we follow. Like I said, there's nobody in town that does the safety that we do. All of our vehicles, we actually fog them after every single trip. The guides get back, they turn on the fogging disinfectant machine, they let it run for about 20 minutes. And then with the air conditioning on, it goes through all the filters. And then we open up the doors and let that all out. So currently we are using vans, like I mentioned. They're 15 passengers. They come equipped with Wi-Fi, flat screens, all the good stuff that you need for when you're being transported. So for reservations, for any companies, we do have API integration. Group bookings are welcome. We also do private options on all the tours. So if a guest just wants the vehicle for themselves, we can make that happen. And any special requests, we've been doing this for a really long time. We can put anything together. So all of our tours are available through numerous wholesale partners in the UK. Just the one thing that, you want to make sure that you are booking the real Florida adventure product. There are a couple other companies that, you may see. Kennedy Space Center as well, ticket and transportation. You definitely just want to make sure that it is real Florida adventures. So like I said, we've been doing this a long time. We are on our way to making ourselves number one here in Orlando. We already have acquired the number one spots on TripAdvisor with a lot of our tours. We have the support and infrastructure to not worry about day-to-day things. We can worry about the tours and the guests that are on the trip and making sure that they are having a great time. So, and like I said, we've done it for a long time. We know that a lot of companies may take shortcuts in certain areas. Here at Real Florida, we've structured ourselves so that we don't have to operate in those manners, and your guests are getting, the highest standard tour that they can get here in Orlando. So if anybody has any questions, again, my name is Danny. Feel free to reach out. We're in the office all the time. My email's there. If you have any questions, drop them in the poll. And thank you for visiting Real Florida today.
Thanks very much, Danny. Brilliant. We've had quite a few questions, and we've only got a couple of minutes to get through them. So
fire away. Sorry.
As well possible. We've had how long is the Kennedy Space Center trip from door to door?
Kennedy opens up at 9, so we get it's about we like to say it's about 11 or 12 hours. Kennedy's open up at 9. We're there first in line before anybody else, so you get there about 8:45, and then we depart at 5. So it takes about an hour to get back to Orlando. So it's about an 8 to 5 kind of day.
Great. And Pam has asked, how long a day is the Manatee adventure? I think that was in response to the Manatee adventure.
Yep, that's a 12-hour trip. We start early in the morning. We leave Orlando about 7. By the time you get up to Crystal River, it's about 9:30. The first portion we do is our Manatee Swim. So guests get to do that right away. And then we bring on the rest of the fun with the state park, and then round off the day with an airboat ride.
Great. And is the Manatee trip available year round?
Yes, ma'am. In the winter times, I'm sure you heard Discover Crystal River mention that when the Gulf temperatures tend to drop down, the water gets a bit colder. They do go to migrate over to the springs. So you will see a lot more manatees in the winter, but even in the summer, they are there all year round. You may see thousands of manatees in the winter, but you'll still see hundreds of manatees in the summer. So we haven't had a trip that has gone out that no one has actually got in and interacted with manatees.
Great. Okay. And we have one more question from Pam, who's asking, how many people do you fit into your vans?
We have 15 passenger vans, but we normally put about 10 in there just to kind of spread it out. However, once we transition into motor coaches, it'll kind of be about 30 people instead of 50. But again, it all depends on the restrictions that CDC recommends.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And we are out of time. So thanks very much, Danny, for your presentation.
Yeah, thank you guys.